There is no peace except the peace of God. Peace of God. There is no peace except the peace of God. Peace of God. And I am glad, and thankful it is so. There is no peace except the peace of God, There is no peace except the peace of God. And remember, God is love. So you could sing or say, there is no peace except the peace of love. Very important idea that love and peace go together. You can't be at peace if you're not willing to love everyone completely, wholly, sacred holiness. We've got to see that we're all one and that we all need to be loved like we love ourselves completely. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today in studying A Course in Miracles. We're ready for lesson 200 in A Course in Miracles. We're reading from the Foundation for Inner Peace version here for Friday, July the 19th of 2025. There is no peace except the peace of God. Seek you no further. You will not find peace except the peace of God. Seek no further. You will not find peace except the peace of love. God is love. Accept this fact and save yourself the agony of yet more bitter disappointments, bleak despairs, and sense of icy hopelessness and doubt. Seek you no further. There is nothing else for you to find except the peace of God, unless you seek for misery and pain. This is the final point to which each one must come at last, to lay aside all hope of finding happiness where there is none, of being saved by what can only hurt, of making peace of chaos, joy of pain, and heaven out of hell. Attempt no more to win through losing, nor to die to live. You cannot but be asking for defeat. Yet you can ask as easily for love, for happiness, and for eternal life in peace that has no ending. Ask for this and you can only win. To ask for what you have already must succeed. To ask that what is false be true can only fail. Forgive yourself for vain imaginings, and seek no longer what you cannot find. For what could be more foolish than to seek and seek and seek again for hell, when you have but to look with open eyes to find that heaven lies before you, through a door that opens easily to welcome you. Come home. Come home to love. That's where you're going to find peace. Come home to remember the oneness, your atonement, your at one-ment. Come home. Come home to love. Come home to peace. Come home. You have not found your happiness in foreign places and in alien forms that have no meaning to you, though you sought to make them meaningful. This world is not where you belong. You are a stranger here. But it is given you to find the means whereby the world no longer seems to be a prison house or jail for anyone. Freedom is given you where you behold but chains and iron doors. But you must change your mind about the purpose of the world if you would find escape. You will be bound till all the world is seen by you as blessed, and everyone made free of your mistakes and honored as he is. You made him not, no more yourself. And as you free the one, the other is accepted as he is. What does forgiveness do? In truth, it has no function and does nothing. For it is unknown in heaven. It is only hell where it is needed and where it must serve a mighty function. Is not the escape of God's beloved Son from evil dreams that he imagines, yet believes are true, a worthy purpose? Let's look at that again. Is not the escape of God's beloved Son from evil dreams that he imagines, yet believes are true, a worthy purpose? Who could hope for more while there appears to be a choice to make between success and failure, love and fear? We've got a choice to make. In this world, we have a choice to make, and it's between love and fear. There is no peace except the peace of God, because he has one Son who cannot make a world in opposition to God's will and to his own, which is the same as his. What could he hope to find in such a world? It cannot have reality because it never was created. Is it here that he would seek for peace? Or must he see that as he looks on it, the world can but deceive? Yet can he learn to look on it another way and find the peace of God? Peace is the bridge that everyone will cross to leave this world behind. Peace is the bridge that everyone will cross to leave this world behind. And you can't cross that bridge of peace unless you have love for your brother in your heart and for all your brothers. Can't be any exclusions. And no diminishment of love for any of them. They all have to be complete. Complete love for everyone. Everyone, period. I was going to say on planet Earth, but I'm beginning to think that that's maybe too small a picture. We're going to have brothers and sisters from other planets that we will encounter, other dimensions even. And so we want to have that same love for all of them. And when we have that love and we can be at peace no matter who comes to us, then we'll be able to leave this world behind. Peace is the bridge that everyone will cross to leave this world behind. But peace begins within the world perceived as different, and leading from this fresh perception to the gate of heaven and the way beyond. Peace is the answer to conflicting goals, to senseless journeys, frantic, vain pursuits, and meaningless endeavors. Now the way is easy, sloping gently toward the bridge where freedom lies within the peace of God. Let us not lose our way again today. We go to heaven, and the path is straight. Only if we attempt to wander can there be delay and needless wasted time on thorny byways. God alone is sure, and he will guide our footsteps. He will not desert his Son in need, nor let him stray forever from his home. The Father calls, the Son will hear. And that is all there is to what appears to be a world apart from God, where bodies have reality, where the Father calls, the Son will hear. And that is all there is to what appears to be a world apart from God, where bodies have reality. Now is there silence. Seek no further. You have come to where the road is carpeted with the leaves of false desires, fallen from the trees of hopelessness you sought before. Now are they underfoot, and you look up and on toward heaven, with the body's eyes but serving for an instant longer now. Peace is already recognized at last. Peace is already recognized at last, and you can feel its soft embrace surround your heart and mind with comfort and with love. Peace is already recognized at last, and you can feel its soft embrace surround your heart and mind with comfort and with love. Today we seek no idols. Peace cannot be found in idols, illusions of ourselves, illusions of God, things that we think that deserve our attention that are illusions. That's an idol. things that are not according to complete love for everyone. I want to really emphasize that in this lesson, that there is no peace except the peace of love. There is no peace except the peace of God, and I am glad and thankful it is so. Today we seek no idols. Peace cannot be found in them. The peace of God is ours, and only this will we accept and want. Peace be to us today, for we have found a simple, happy way to leave the world of ambiguity. Okay, let's see if I can get that word properly. For we have found a simple, happy way to leave the world of ambiguity and to place our shifting goals and solitary dreams with single purpose and companionship. For peace is union, if it be of God. We seek no further. For peace is union, if it be of God. Okay, are you united with everybody you think of in your mind? There's no divisions in your mind? You see everyone as part of you? Complete union? Yoga, that's what yoga means, is union. For peace is yoga. If it be of God, peace is union, if it be of God. We seek no further. We are close to home and draw still nearer every time we say, there is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. We seek no further. We are close to home and draw still nearer every time we say, there is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. Again, on that last little bit, peace is union, if it be of God. We seek no further. We are close to home and draw still nearer every time we say, there is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. Okay, well, let's go look into our text reading. While you're turning there, we're in chapter 21, Reason and Perception, Roman numeral 5, the function of reason. While you're turning there, I just want to emphasize, be sure to the day, since there's this promise that we speed our way. We draw still nearer every time we say there is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. Tell yourself that often today. Try for every hour. Many years I've set my little alarm clock. A little tedious to have to stop and turn off. I wish I had a little watch that had a chime on it that just ringed, like my grandfather clock in the house. It rings, and it's nice to try to remember when it rings, or every hour, just simply to tell yourself, there is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. We are close to home and draw still nearer every time we say it. There is no peace except the peace of God. And I am glad and thankful it is so. Be thankful for that peace that's within you today. Stop, and when you on those hourly remembrances, be thankful for the peace. Ask God for direction. Be sure to dismiss all your judgments that might have caused you to not have love for someone, which meant you lost your peace. And look as deep as you can. And then be sure to do a longer period for at least 5 to 15, or maybe longer minutes in the morning and in the evening. The function of reason. Perception selects and makes the world you see. It literally picks it out as the mind directs. The laws of size and shape and brightness would hold, perhaps, if other things were equal. They are not equal. For what you look for, you are far more likely to discover than what you would prefer to overlook. The still small voice for God is not drowned out by all the egos. The still small voice for God is not drowned out by all the ego's raucous screams and senseless ravings to those who want to hear it. But it is drowned out for those who don't value peace, don't value love the way peace is attained. Perception is a choice, not a fact. Perception is a choice and not a fact. But on this choice depends far more than you may realize as yet. For on the voice you choose to hear and on the sight you choose to see depends entirely your whole belief in what you are. Perception is a witness but to this, and never to reality. Yet it can show you the conditions in which awareness of reality is possible, or those where it could never be. Paragraph 2. Reality needs no cooperation from you to be itself, but your awareness of it needs your help, because it is your choice. Listen to what the ego says and see what it directs you see, and it is sure that you will see yourself as tiny, vulnerable, and afraid. You will experience depression, a sense of worthlessness, and feelings of impermanence and unreality. You will believe that you are helpless prey to forces far beyond your own control and far more powerful than you, and you will think the world you made directs your destiny, for this will be your faith. But never believe because it is your faith it makes reality, because you can believe in what is not real. That's how worshiping those idols. There is another vision and another voice in which your freedom lies, awaiting but your choice. And if you place your faith in them, you will perceive another self in you. This other self sees miracles as natural. They are as simple and as natural to it as breathing to the body. They are the obvious response to calls for help, the only one it makes. Miracles seem unnatural to the ego because it does not understand how separate minds can influence each other. Nor could they do so. But minds cannot be separate. This other self is perfectly aware of this, and thus it recognizes that miracles do not affect another's mind, only its own. They always change your mind. There is no other. There is no other mind. We're not separate from each other. I've been thinking a lot about how classified information can't really be classified. It can't be hidden because there's only one mind. Of course, we learn not to look at things that would not be loving. You do not realize the whole extent to which the idea of separation has interfered with reason. That was the first sentence of paragraph 4. You do not realize the whole extent to which the idea of separation has interfered with reason. Reason lies in the other self you have cut off from your awareness, and nothing you have allowed to stay in your awareness is capable of reason. How can the segment of the mind devoid of reason understand what reason is, or grasp the information it would give? All sorts of questions may arise in it, but if the basic question stems from reason, it will not ask it. Like all that stems from reason, the basic question is obvious, simple, and remains unasked. But think not reason could not answer it. 5. God's plan for your salvation could not have been established without your will and your consent. It must have been accepted by the Son of God, for what God wills for him he must receive. For God wills not apart from him, nor does the will of God wait upon time to be accomplished. Therefore, what joined the will of God must be in you now, being eternal. You must have set aside a place in which the Holy Spirit can abide, and where he is. He must have been there since the need for him arose, and was fulfilled in the same instant. Such would your reason tell you, if you listened. Yet such is clearly not the ego's reasoning. Your reason's alien nature to the ego is proof you will not find the answer there. Yet if it must be so, it must exist. And if it exists for you, and has your freedom as the purpose given it, you must be free to find it. 6. God's plan is simple, never circular, and never self-defeating. We learned that today when he talks about the crossing the bridge and that our way is straight. Well, God's plan is simple, never circular. never through the thorny byways, and never self-defeating. He has no thoughts except the self-extending, and in this your will must be included. Thus there must be a part of you that knows his will and shares it. It is not meaningful to ask if what must be is so, but it is meaningful to ask why you are unaware of what is so, for this must have an answer if the plan of God for your salvation is complete. And it must be complete because its source knows not of incompletion. Where would the answer be but in the source? And where are you but there, where this same answer is? Your identity, as much a true effect of this same source as is the answer, must therefore be together and the same. Oh yes, you know this, and more than this alone. Yet any part of knowledge threatens dissociation as much as all of it, and all of it will come with any part. Here is the part you can accept. What reason points to, you can see, because the witnesses on its behalf are clear. Only the totally insane can disregard them, and you've gone past this. That's nice to know. We're not totally insane anymore. Reason is a means that serves the Holy Spirit's purpose in its own right. It's reasonable, scientifically verifiable, provable. It is not reinterpreted and redirected from the goal of sin, as are the others, for reason is beyond the ego's range of means. 8. Faith and perception and belief can be misplaced and serve the great deceiver's needs as well as truth. But reason has no place at all in madness, nor can it be adjusted to fit its ends, nor can it be adjusted to fit its end. Faith and belief are strong in madness, guiding perception toward what the mind has valued. But reason enters not at all in this, for the perception would fall away at once if reason were applied. There is no reason in insanity, for it depends entirely on reason's absence. The ego never uses it because it does not realize that it exists. The partially insane have access to it, and only they have need of it. That'd be us. Knowledge does not depend on it, and madness keeps it out. 9. The part of mind where reason lies was dedicated by your will in union with your fathers to the undoing of insanity. Here was the Holy Spirit's purpose accepted and accomplished, both at once. Reason is alien to insanity, and those who use it have gained a means which cannot be applied to sin. Knowledge is far beyond attainment of any kind, but reason can serve to open doors you closed against it. And the last paragraph to finish this section, 10. You have come very close to this. Reason can serve to open doors you closed against it. You have come very close to this. Faith and belief have shifted, and you have asked the question the ego will never ask. Does not your reason tell you now the question must have come from something that you do not know, but must belong to you? Faith and belief, upheld by reason, cannot fail to lead to changed perception. And in this change is room made way for vision. Vision extends beyond itself, as does the purpose that it serves, and all the means for its accomplishment. Okay, let's see what's going on around the world today. Flitch Day. Newlyweds were given a half a bacon starting in Essex, England in 1104. New Friends Day. Thank you all for being my friend, and we're all friends in spirit. We're all friends, everyone, whether you've met them or not. Woody Wagon Day, Stick Out Your Tongue Day. Toss out the could haves and should haves day. I don't use should much because that kind of implies guilt. Women's Dive Day. For you women that want to go diving, today's your day. And let's see, out of edible landscaping, we've got the Breda Medlar. Breda giant medlar. Breda giant medlar fruits resemble very, very large bronze rose hips. A relative of the pear, medlars are sometimes referred to as northern loquat because of their long green leaves with a leathery appearance. Breda giant is self-fertile, late blooming with showy white flowers. The tree is long-lived and dwarf. Fruits are harvested firm when leaves start falling in late fall. In warmer areas, they can blet and ripen on the tree. Fruits can be stored to blet in clean wood shaving, boxed in a cool basement or porch. The flesh turns soft and has an applesauce cinnamon-like flavor. Space 8-foot circles, zones 5 through 9. And our word for peace today is from the Mayan people, and it's Ets'a'an Olal. Ets'a'an Olal. And they're in the Mesoamerica, Guatemala, Yucatan, Mexico, southern Mexico, Belize, that area. And the main rivers is the Usumacinta, the Pasión, the Belize, and the Matagua. There's their main rivers for the Mayan people. But the word for peace again is Ets'a'an Olal. Ets'a'an Olal. Ets'a'an Olal. Get it right here. I think that's proper. I did look it up and got the pronunciation key, so maybe I'm pronouncing it properly. Okay, and I got a little longer version of this song that we sang to open. But be sure to tell yourself that opening part. There is no peace every hour of the day except the peace of God. Of God, there is no peace except the peace of God. Of God, and I am glad, and thankful it is so. There is no peace except the peace of God, and I am glad, and thankful it is so. You will be bound till all the world is seen by you, and blessed as blessed. You will be bound till all the world is seen by you as blessed, and everyone made free of your mistakes and honored as He is. Peace is the bridge that everyone will cross to leave the world behind. Today we seek no idols. Peace cannot be found in them. Peace is union. Peace is union. If it be of God, be of God. We seek no further. We are close to home and draw still nearer every time we say, there is no peace except the peace of God, the peace of love. There is no peace except the peace of love, the peace of God. And I am glad, and Ets'a'an, Olal.